So 2013, when he is 16 years, might have just turned 17, I just say comparing Doublelift and Rekkles directly isn't really fair, considering the latter's team also has monster solo lanes. So it's not even a diss. In 2014, when he would have been 17, I think he's a bit overrated. He's just a bit overrated. Same year, it's funny people always compare Rekkles and Doublelift. I see him more of a Genja style. Rekkles is what you get if you had Genja and Doublelift, do the fusion dance. Freeze made some good points about Rekkles. He just isn't as good as Koreans necessarily. Just don't think he's as good as the top Koreans like Nam and Asians like Name. Again, people just comparing Westerners to Asians. Rekkles is not a better player than Imp. Don't even think that's any sort of a diss. 2014, I never said Rekkles isn't good. He just isn't as good as Deft. I'm hating on him, by the way. I'm literally hating on a teenager, like a 15-year-old boy right now. LOL Esports literally ranked Rekkles ahead of Deft and Imp, if you don't know, before the Worlds where they were both top 4 and the top 2 teams in the world. Oh, I criticise him, I say, do him and Shifter know that if you die inside the game, you don't die in real life? People telling me Rekkles is better. How can someone be a fan of Rekkles then criticise Name's play? It's just a better version of him if you don't know. Rekkles is overrated. LOL Esports did say that Rekkles Yellow Star is potentially the best bot lane in the world in 2014. I forget who had the nickname Rekkles that. This is interesting. This would be when he cried. I feel bad for Rekkles, but those are the stakes you're playing at when you want to be the best in the world. When he cried, I'm assuming after the Samsung Blue game or the OMG game. Just a funny thing about Deft. The idea he's with a cartoon character, and he just criticise him getting a penta here. Just disrespectful to say Rekkles is better than Deft. He wasn't the main carry. I think he's overrated, but I'd still choose to build the new Fnatic around him over Expecke. Rekkles only follows one person on Twitter. Because Fnatic kept saying that Rekkles wouldn't be leaving, whereas I already knew behind the scenes he would, because I knew from the people in Alliance. Comparing Rekkles and Forgiven, by the way, the 2 MVPs of the season. Then I have a video where I just critique his playing style. Call him a golden boy. I'm bullying the fuck out of a teenager, guys. We're in 2015 already, by the way. He's already 17 years old. Rekkles is disappointed in elements and refuses to say they'll be better than Fnatic. That is train wreck of PR when you consider he joined. Here's a good one. In 2015, it's one thing to criticise a player, but nobody should be hated on for being a player with opinions. Not Rekkles, not Forgiven. Just a good point about Forgiven. He was the ultimate stud Western ADC. Just contrast Forgiven's supports with Rekkles's there. Just laugh at the fact that Rekkles fans did say Nif, his support's too passive when he's with fucking Rekkles. Just say he's too passive. They just complain about passive players. I actually think Vander would be a good support with him because he'd make him go more aggressive. Hyla Sang later fulfilled that, by the way. Just a joke about his name. Just the roster move goes badly. I even implies a talent. Just a good joke about him leaving to rejoin Fnatic, innit? Forgiven just criticised Rekkles. Rekkles criticised Forgiven, implied he couldn't be a top 4 ADC because he had too few champions. The irony of what happened with Rekkles later in his career, and he's publicly calling people out in that sense. I've never once seen Rekkles admit to have any weaknesses, true. I don't know where the abuse comes in, by the way. Where's the bullying start? We're already in 2015, for fuck's sake. Just about his fans. Let's see. Just mocking Miru from LOL Esports. Just think that Sven was what Rekkles could have been if he had more balls. Mocking Rekkles fans. Just a funny pun. I just say he's not a good hard carry style ADC. Stop hating is what fans say. Sort of all right on that, Anna. Stick says the new Rekkles. Because basically he used to just have the best players in solo lanes go crazy and then he would just farm the fight. Not really hating at all, is it? Get ready. 2016. Rekkles is good and has some great accomplishments. But he's the equivalent of a kid born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Well, he is in terms of league. He had the best players from day one. Rekkles throwing his medals in Freeze's face is like a teammate of Jordan's trash talking someone else. You had Mike. Yeah, you had Expecke and Soaz. Rekkles fanboys. He's just a passive farmer. That's bullying, I guess. Fans of Rekkles again. Just defended Yellow Star. Point out that Rekkles says ADC isn't even about lane. I can't find where the bully... We're already into 2016. Where does the bullying ever start, by the way? Just say that Rekkles should enter so he can go to the tournament because he didn't go to Worlds that year, did he? It's fine to say if everyone was carried, but you can't say that about Rekkles. Just about the grass is always greener, innit? Because if you don't know, Rekkles and Crims both left Fnatic, then came back. Just can't find it. I just can't find any. There we go. It's 2017. We're at the end of 2017. Those were all the tweets I made about Rekkles. Heinous bullying of a child, of a 15-year-old child with autism.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.